I guess the most common story, okay, which I hope all of you have heard about, okay, and it's the most prevalent and relevant today in today's scenario, okay. Now, this is a story which I heard from one of the seniors in the business when I came in the business, and it made so much sense, and it just came into my heart, okay. And one of the reasons and one of the key thing which helped me take my decision to quit my job, okay. So here we go, okay. So there was a beautiful forest, and in that forest there were a lot of animals, everything. The forest was lush and green. The forest was filled with fruits, and in this one part of the forest where, you know, the most beautiful fruits were there, everything to eat, green canopy, there lived a family of monkeys. Now, this was this young monkey, okay, who grew up there in those trees, who had his relatives, the loved ones there, and he grew up there, and he grew up, and when he was growing up, he got a girlfriend, okay, and both of them went out exploring the jungle, okay, and the girlfriend used to say, "Can you get me that fruit?" And the monkey used to jump around and go and grab it for her, and they were having the most gala of the time, okay. Now, in that time, a monkey catcher, okay, a monkey catcher comes, and he's there to catch monkeys. So he comes down in the forest, and he brings a vase, a pot, okay, a pot which is very uniquely shaped, okay. It is shaped so that if you put your hand inside, open hand, okay, you can put your hand inside and you can take out your hand. But if you put your hand inside and you close your fist, then you can't. And this pot was filled with the most amazing aromatic peanuts, okay. And he came and he kept that pot there. Now this young couple was jumping from here to there, having the gala time, okay. And suddenly the monkey sees this pot of peanuts, and he beamed looking at the pot of peanuts. And he looked at his girlfriend and he said, "Darling, will you have peanuts?" Okay, she said, "Yes." So this boy jumped down from the trees, get down and looks at the left, looks at the right, okay, sees the coast is clear. With a lot of excitement, he comes and he puts his hand inside the jar, okay, and he grabs a fistful of peanut. Now, what he didn't realize was the moment he takes out his hand, tries to take out his hand, he has got a fist. Now the fist cannot come out of the jar. Now he looks at his hand, looks at his girlfriend, looks at his hand, looks at his girlfriend, looks at his hand, looks at his girlfriend. Because he promised her that I am going to get you peanuts. Yeah. And in this, whether I should leave the peanuts or I should get the peanuts, suddenly the monkey catcher comes, puts a rope around his neck and takes him to the city. Okay. He takes him to the city and he sells him, the monkey catcher sells the monkey to a Madari. Madari is the guy who trains the monkey catcher to do tricks. Okay. So this monkey catcher sells this guy, this young monkey, to this trainer who trains him in how to jump around. Every time this guy excels in something, okay, he gives him a little bit of peanut because he came for peanut. So he keeps training and he keeps asking, will you jump around? Will you dance? The monkey says, yes, I will dance. Okay. And every time he dances, he gets some peanuts. The trainer says, will you go out and do a presentation? He says, I will do a presentation. And at the end of the month, he gets some peanuts in his hand. Okay. Every time, will you achieve this KRA? He says, yes, I will achieve this KRA for those peanuts. Okay. And slowly with time, this monkey becomes fully trained for peanuts. Okay. And time keeps going on. And then suddenly, recession comes in. Bad time comes in. People are being asked to leave jobs. And this trainer, who could no longer afford to give this monkey these peanuts, okay, he opens the rope and leaves the monkey on the road. Now, till here, things are okay. The irony is, this monkey, who can go back to the jungle, who can go back to the jungle, who can live that life that he was living, who can be free. This monkey, the sorry part is, he starts looking for another Madari, another trainer who can train him and again give him peanuts. And that's the story which is called as Monkey Peanut Story. The essence of the story is that we all have this ability, we all have this platform where we can achieve everything that we want in our life. The jungle is out there. You can be your greatest self. You can get whatever you want. Okay. If you learn to live free. So don't be a monkey who works for peanuts. Be somebody who can go and achieve whatever he wants to. And today you have a platform that will help you to achieve what you want to. Now this is one of the stories which I heard in a very early stage of my career in this industry with QNET. Okay. And this hit home because I realized I am a monkey who's just jumping from here to there to get some peanuts to survive and to get my family whatever they require. And when I found this, I found a better way. Now, this story, okay, for all the people who are working in job, conveys the message, as I said, okay, conveys the message home in a very beautiful way. Okay? This is one of the most effective tools in prospecting for a person to start thinking, okay? And at the end of it, if you just say, bro, I also feel like a monkey. This is what I've been doing. They've been asking me to make presentations. They have asking me to do sales. And I've been doing it for what? For some peanuts. And believe me, I'm choosing not to work for peanuts, but I'm going for the world. Okay. And this story actually goes and hits where it is meant to. Okay. So, Monkey Peanut Story is the unique way of passing on a message to somebody who's working in his job, okay, without telling him he's a monkey working for peanuts, but passing on the message of saying that the world is open, the world is out there, and if you want, you have a choice to achieve whatever you want, and I have taken that choice. Okay, makes sense, guys? That's story number one. Okay, then this is also one of the most beautiful story. Okay, the second one. Now, this is a story which I am sure a lot of you would use. Okay, and this is a story which a lot of you will use in your career in network marketing, and it will be one of the greatest tools for you to help. Okay, so there is this guy. Okay, this guy, let's name him. Okay, so his name is Ram Prasad. Now, Ram Prasad is one of the most brilliant minds, the most analytical, the most researcher, okay, of the lot. He's somebody who will go into detail and find out, and till the time he doesn't get answers, he'll keep on going, right? Now, this Ram Prasad one day had to go from Pune to Mumbai. Okay, it could be any two stations, but I'm just saying that he had to go from Pune to Mumbai. Okay, so Ram Prasad, being a researcher, okay, he reaches early morning to the railway station because there's a train which goes from Pune to Mumbai in the morning. He works in Mumbai and he travels every day from Pune to Mumbai. So he comes and at the railway station, and he's a little early. Okay, so he comes to the railway station, and he has some time. He has to pass his time. So he thinks, what should be done? So he sees a machine there where he can weigh himself. Okay, you put a coin in that machine, and the machine tells you how much you weigh. So he goes there. Okay, and he stands on the machine and he puts in a coin. And machine makes some noises, makes some noise, light bulbs go on and off, and it comes out. On that ticket is written, your name is Ram Prasad. Your age is 30 years. You are traveling via 6 o'clock train from Pune to Mumbai. Your weight is 54 kgs. Now, Ram Prasad, the researcher, my dear researcher, he gets amazed, and then he gets perplexed. And he's like, how did this machine know my name? How did this machine know my age? And how does this machine know where I'm going? Okay. So he thinks maybe there are some of his friends or somebody whom he knows who's sitting behind the machine, and they are trying to do this with him. So he says, okay, this time I will go and I will stand with my face the other side, and then let's see how does this machine get to know. So after some time, Ram Prasad comes back again, and he stands facing the other side, and like this, he puts in a coin. Again, the machine makes noise, lights flash, and then ticket comes out. On the ticket is written, your name is Ram Prasad. Your age is 30 years. You're going via 6 o'clock train from Pune to Mumbai. And your weight is 54 kgs. Now this short circuits his fuse. He says, how is this possible? What magic is this? It is not possible. So he goes out of the railway station. He tears all his clothes. Okay. He takes up some mud, put it on his face. He comes back and he says, now you recognize how you can recognize. Okay. He comes, he stands on the weighing machine, puts in a coin. Again, the machine starts making noise. And lights go on and off. And again, a ticket comes out. The ticket says, your name is Ram Prasad. Your age is 30 years. You're going via 6 o'clock train from Pune to Mumbai. And your weight is 54 kgs. Now this literally screws him over. Literally he topples, he starts, pulling his hair out. He goes outside, he goes to a barber shop, shaves off his head. Okay. He takes a little bit of black paint, put it on his face. He tears all his clothes out. And this time he comes and he says, now I'll get to know how this machine finds out. Now they cannot find out. He stands on the machine, puts in a coin. Again, the machine makes the noise. And lights flash. And a ticket comes out. It says, your name is Ram Prasad. Your age is 30 years. Your weight is 54 kgs. But the train via which you are going from Pune to Mumbai has already left. Moral of the story. There is no point researching before you even start the journey. It's better to get in the train, because train is going to reach Mumbai and you can do all your research while you're going. A great way to tell people that it's okay if you don't understand everything, but get on the train. The train is going. Once the train starts from Pune, it will reach Mumbai. If you start in this journey, you will reach financial freedom. All you've got to do is get on the train, be in the train, and all your questions will be answered while you are completing the journey. It makes no sense you getting the answers standing on the railway station, because you have to go there and the train will leave. Make sense? Yeah? An amazing way to pass on the message to all the researchers, the Ram Prasads of the world, right? Yeah. Now the third story. Now this one is an amazing story, okay? I did not know about this story. I had not heard about, I could not remember this story. But this is the most amazing story. Okay. So I'm going to, switch between Hindi and English, okay? Because there are few words which do not pass on a message, okay, the way it is supposed to, okay? So I will try at the end to give you the crux of the story, and I'm sure the translators are doing an amazing job, because I had a little word with them and I told them some stories, okay? So there was, this is in this small town, there were two friends, okay? Very good friends. They used to do everything together, yeah? They used to go to the school together. They used to watch the same movies together. They used to do everything together. Now, out of these two friends, one of them was blind. Okay? Was blind. Now, the other friend who could see, okay, one day, he was very excited. He came to his friend. He said, "You know what? I have got something amazing for you. Something which will blow your mind." Okay. So the friend who was blind, he asked, "What is it? What is it? What is it?" Okay. So he said, "I have got kheer for you, rice kheer." Okay. In English, it's called porridge. Yeah. Rice porridge, the sweet. It's a sweet dish. Some people call it payasam, right? So I've got this. Now this guy who's blind, he did not know what is this kheer. Okay, what is this porridge? He said, "I don't know. Can you explain how it is?" Okay, he said, it is white. So the blind guy said, "What is white?" Okay, what is white? So he says, "It's white like a swan. So the blind guy says, "What's a swan? I don't know." Okay. So this guy, to explain, he takes his hand like this. "It's like a swan like this. Hold my hand and see." Okay. So the blind guy holds his hand and sees. And he says, "Ye to bahut tedi kheer hai. This is a very crooked porridge. Okay. I can't have this. It will get stuck in my neck." The point of the matter is, this is what a lot of people do, where they provide over information. They provide wrong information. The easiest thing would have been to ask this guy, "Open your mouth, I will put it in your mouth and you will taste what this is." But for the blind man, it was a tedi kheer. It was a crooked porridge. Because there was too much over information in info calls given. Okay, there was too much information given, or maybe sometimes wrong information given. Yeah? And the blind man did not ever taste the sweetest porridge ever made. Your prospects are like this blind man. It's best to bring them on the table with an open mind, so that when they sit there and they listen, okay, their brains will open and they will see how sweet, how beautiful this journey can be. Versus just because you want to bring the guy on table doing something or the other, okay, you say something, you give a little bit of information, then he asks for a little more information, then he says, "Is it like Amway? Is it like this?" because you did not follow the process. And eventually, at the end of the day, it became a tedi kheer or a crooked porridge for you, which nobody is ready to swallow and nobody is ready to taste. So, hold on to the information, learn the process, learn what you need to say. Don't say, I joined a business. Don't say, I have a mentor. These things do not make sense. It shouts on the top of your head, network marketing, and then people correlate it, okay, with whatever they've heard or had an experience with, and they lose out. So, best thing is to taste. Okay? Best thing is to taste it. For that, you bring him on the table with an open mind, and people will be able to see it, understand it, learn how to pass on the right information. Learn how to pass on the information. Read your books so that you become prepared, rather than becoming somebody like this boy who was trying to give the most sweetest thing to his blind friend. But because he gave information in a crooked manner, he gave information in a bad manner, in a manner in which the blind man could not understand. And his friend, for always, thought he was trying to give him something which would get stuck in his throat. Am I making sense to you? If you're liking it, just raise your hands. Okay, raise your hands. It'll give me energy. I hope I am still interesting for you. I hope just raise your hand. If I see a hike, I will get to know that I'm making sense. You're liking what you're hearing. Yeah, correct. So let's move on to the next story, guys. Okay. The next story is also one of the stories which I heard long back. Okay. So and it's one of the most beautiful stories. Yeah. I see the spike, guys. Okay. I see the spike, so I know it is making sense to you. It's okay. Thank you for confirming it. Okay. So let's get to the next story. So there was this traveler, okay. He used to love to travel. He used to go around the world. He used to see the world. He truly believed if you've not traveled, okay, you have missed your life. He truly believed that traveling is the best education. Okay. Yeah, guys, I see your hands. Focus now here. Okay, I see your hands. Okay. So this guy, he was traveling, and once he was traveling to cross a desert. Okay. He was traveling to cross a desert, and he had a camel with him, and he started all prepared. Okay. Like people start their careers all prepared, he also started, his career all prepared, and then. Over a period of time in the desert, because desert is very, very vast. He was crossing a very vast desert. It was very hot. Slowly, he lost his way in the desert. He did not know which way to go. Slowly, his rations, his water, his food started finishing. And after roaming around in circles and circles in the desert, okay, trying to do something or the other, looking for another raise. This guy eventually, after some time, got tired, and he realized that there's nothing better left. Okay. Over a period of time, his camel was dying because it had no water. His food was over. His water was over. And then he had destined himself that this is the way and I'm going to die in this desert. And, with thirst and tiredness, he just fell down on the floor, on the desert floor. And he looked up at his God and said, this is the best that I was destined for. Could I not find a way to get out? And he's all about to just check out, all about to just give up. And just while he's closing his eyes, through his eyes, in a little distance, okay, in shimmering light, he sees there is a hand pump there, a pump which will help you draw the water from earth. Yeah? So he goes, crawls, and slowly he reaches there. And first he thinks he is seeing a mirage. It is not possible to have a hand pump in the desert. But just to check, out of curiosity, he touches and he says, "Oh wow!" And he shouts, "Hallelujah! Thank God you've given me a hand pump." Okay, and then he goes and he starts pumping the hand pump. But what came out was only sand and mud. Nothing came out. And he looked at it and he was like, "God, are you trying to have a joke with me? I thought I got my, I'm saved. But nothing is here." And he was like, "This is the most cruel joke of life." And he's about to give up. At that moment, he sees there is a mug, a small mug. And that mug is holding this much water. He says, "Okay, something is better than nothing." Okay. And he picks up the mug to drink the water. And suddenly he sees there's a small piece of paper under the mug. And he picks up the paper and he reads it. And in the paper there's something is written. With a lot of difficulty he cleans the paper and he reads it and he says, the paper is, it's written, "Use this water to prime the pump." Okay. Meaning, take this water, put it in the hand pump. You prime it for it to give you water. Now, this guy, it's a question of life and death. Here he has a little bit water in his cup. A little bit water. Okay. Which he's got with a lot of difficulty. He's already tried pumping the pump, but nothing has come out. Okay. What to do? Imagine, what will you do? And then he looks at the water and he says, "This much water may give me another maybe half a day or a day." Okay. Anyways, it's a vast desert. I cannot find my way out in one day or half a day. So what to do? And he takes that mug. And he says, "I'll take this chance." And he puts the water in the pump. And he primes the pump. And then he starts pumping it. And this time around, the water starts gushing out. There's so much water. He fills the water. His camel gets the water. He fills a bucket of water. He keeps it with him. He fills everything. He takes a shower. And he has enough water for his life. Okay? And he says, "Thank God you gave me this opportunity. And thank God I had the right mind to put this water in the pump to prime my pump." And he's preparing to leave. And then he turns back and he looks at the hand pump. And then that mug, the mug still holds a little bit of water. And that paper is there fluttering. So he takes the paper where it's written, "Use this water to prime the pump." He adds a line into it and he puts the mug on the paper. You know what he wrote? He wrote a line. It works. 90% of the people are looking for that one line. It works. I was told by VP Sachin, it works. He passed on that to me. Because I, for 13 years, was trying to cross the desert of financial freedom, whatever little I had, bought house, car, EMI loans. And I had this much water, a little bit of money, which I was trying to hold on to it. And my referee said, "Use this water to prime the pump. It will give you so much water. So much water." that you'll never, ever, 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 ever have to look for water again. And he said, I am the guy who wrote It Works. So all your people who are on the edge, Humpty Dumpty on the wall, are looking for that one thing. It works. It's your job to tell them it works. And this story is an effective way to help people cross over from one end to the other. Because they're looking for somebody to say, it works. And an amazing, beautiful way to pass on the belief, to pass on your belief, your trust on them, to them, so that they can cross over and they can start. Okay? Makes sense, guys? A beautiful story, right? Yeah. Then the next one. Okay, I'm just looking at. I have a lot of story. I'm just picking the order. Okay. So let me tell you another story. Okay. So let me tell you another story. Now this story is about a rabbit and a dog. Okay. Now one morning, cold morning, wind was blowing in the jungle, in the forest. Okay. And there was this dog who had not got anything to eat for a few days, and he was hungry. Okay. And he was walking around looking for food. And then suddenly in a distance, he sees a white, meaty, most beautiful rabbit that he could see. And this dog started chasing the rabbit, running behind the rabbit. Now the rabbit is running ahead, the dog is chasing behind, and he's panting and he's giving his best. And every time he feels that he's just on the rabbit takes another turn. Okay, then another turn, and this goes on. The rabbit is in front, the dog is behind, and dog is giving all his best. He could see the meal in front of him. He says, this is the day I get my meal, and he's just running. Half an hour goes by, an hour goes by, and they are just running at it. After a little bit of time, the dog gets tired and he can run no longer. And he stops and he starts panting. He says, wait. The rabbit says, I'm not waiting. Okay. The dog says, no, please wait. Okay. So rabbit stops. And the dog says, I am maybe 10 times bigger than you. I have more energy than you. Okay. I am faster. I am sleeker. I am built for hunting. You are a fluffy ball. But what is it? And in spite of having everything, I am not able to catch you. You know what the rabbit says? Rabbit looks around and he says, you were running for your hunger. I am running for my life. The guy who succeeds is not the guy who has all the knowledge, all the skill set. The guy who succeeds is the guy who has a stronger reason. So guys, check on your reason. A lot of people come and say, you know what, I'm doing everything. Okay. A lot of people come and say, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but still not happening. Check. How strong is your reason? Because if your reason is strong, you will achieve it. Like that rabbit. His will to live was way higher than the dog's will to eat. And that is why he could still outrun the dog. Good story? Making sense? You like the rabbit and a dog story? Let me share another rabbit and a dog story with you. Okay. Next day morning, this dog, because he couldn't get a meal, he's super hungry. The weather hasn't changed. It's drizzling. It's cold. Okay. And he is just tired. Okay. And again, he's searching for a meal. He looks He's sniffing in the air. He's trying to find a meal. And then again, he sees a rabbit. Okay. And this time he said, I will not let it go. And he starts running. Now, while he is running, there are other dogs as well, the pack of dogs. They see this dog running. Okay. And they get it that he has seen something. Okay. So they also start running behind him. And the rabbit is running ahead. This dog is running behind, and the pack of dogs behind him. Okay. The pack of dogs is able to see the dog, and he is just going like a speed of bullet. But this rabbit sees a burrow and he goes inside. Okay. This dog reaches and he starts digging. By this time, the pack of dogs also reach and they see this dog digging. They also start digging. Okay. 30 minutes goes by. Some of the other dogs say, hey, this is of no use. But this dog, he keeps digging. Then few more of the dogs in the pack, they say, he's gone mad. Because of hunger, he'll do anything. They leave. But this dog is digging. Then the rest of the crew which was left, they take pity on him. And they say, he's really lost it, man. Hunger has taken over his head, he'll die. And everybody leaves. But this dog keeps digging. It takes a couple of hours and he reaches a place where not only he sees one rabbit, but he sees a full family of rabbits. The difference between the other dog and this dog. The other dogs saw this dog running. This dog saw the rabbit. Have you seen your rabbit? Have you seen your dream? Because if you see your dream, you will never give up. You will never quit. Because if you see your dream and you can see it happening, you will give it all. It doesn't matter how much time it is taking, but you will not stop digging. You will continuously dig. And you will keep on digging. The most beautiful way to know that if you have a dream and you've seen the dream, then keep digging. It's there. And just keep digging, and one day you will not only see the rabbit, but you will see the entire abundance. Okay? Because there are a lot of people who just see this dog digging as mad. They start digging initially, but then they give up. Because they had not seen their dream. They just saw this guy running, so they ran with him. But because he saw his dream, he went ahead and he kept on digging. So which kind of dog are you? Have you seen your dream? Make sense, guys? Yeah? Okay. You like the dog stories? Can I share one more dog story with you? Yeah? Can I share one more dog story? I have a lot of dog stories, okay? Translators, I hope I am good, okay? You have a group, just put a thumbs up if we are going good, the speed is all good and all, okay? Right? So, let me share other dog stories. I love dogs, okay? So, there was this farmer, okay? And this farmer, a hardworking guy, okay? And he used to wake up in the morning, and early morning he used to go to the fields, to plow the fields, to till the fields, to sow the seeds. And while he used to do this, he had a pet dog. Okay. He used to roam around with him. Wherever the farmer used to go, he used to go. He was a shadow, most loyal dog. Okay, he used to go around with him. And in the evening, when the farmer used to come back, he used to come back to his house, take a shower, have his food, and in his porch out front, okay, the farmer used to go out and sit on his rocking chair, okay, look at the sky and slowly rocking his chair, he used to sleep. And this dog also, okay, because he was so faithful and loyal, used to come sit around with the farmer and see. But at very regular interval, okay, a dog used to howl. Awoo! Every regular interval, okay. Now imagine you are in this, remote area and you hear the dog howling. Awoo! Every night. So the neighbors of this farmer, okay, and especially in India, it's not considered a good omen if dogs howl in the night, okay, correct? So they used to get irritated. So they told the farmer every time, what's wrong with your dog? Why does he howl? Take care of him, okay? And the farmer, convinced them there's nothing wrong with my dog, okay? He's all okay. So the neighbors kept on telling him, please take care of him. But this continued. Every day morning, the farmer used to wake up, go to the field, do his job, come back in the evening, relax on his rocking chair and sleep. And this dog continuously kept on howling. Every regular interval used to howl. Ooh! But then the neighbors had it. One day in the night, one night, the neighbors came and they confronted the farmer. Said, either you take care of your dog, take him to the hospital, or we'll shoot the dog. Said, why? Because your dog keeps on howling. If one is disturbed, it is not a good omen. It just disturbs us. So you take care of him. There's something wrong with your dog. And the farmer says, no, nothing wrong. So the neighbor said, then why does he cry every night? Oh, the farmer said, that. Basically, he's a loyal dog. So he comes and he sits next to me and he curls up next to me. Now his tail is under my rocking chair. So every time my chair goes back like this, it goes on the tail and he howls. So the neighbor said, what kind of stupid dog is he? It's paining, so why doesn't he move his tail? You know what the farmer said? It pains, but not that much. And there are a lot of people who are living with the pain. They're okay to live and survive within budgets. Okay? Every month making their budgets, fighting with their spouses, not giving enough to their kids. Okay? They have the pain, and they cry about the pain also. They crib about the pain also. But they never look out for a solution. They're like that howling dog who have pain, but not so much pain that they take the effort to move their tail, but they take the effort to start something. Good story to put your point across, right? Stop living in the pain and stop cribbing about the pain, but look for a solution and find a solution. And you can say, I am that dog who stopped looking at, who stopped cribbing and crying about my problems, and I decided to make that effort. Good story? Good dog story, guys? Yeah? Okay. Can we move on to the next one? And don't worry, I've got a lot of them. I hope you are not getting bored. I hope the story is, you're having fun listening to the story. Plus, it also tells you how to put your point across. And they're great tools to help you convert your closings, because the stories hit home. Stories put your point across very, very beautifully. Oh, I hope I'm making sense to you. Okay. So let's move on to the next story. Should I? Okay. So this is not a story, but it's like an anecdote. You can use it in a way you want it. Okay. So there was this, elephant, right? Big and strong, white tusks. They literally are they roam unafraid everywhere. Okay. They roam the planet. They roam the whole geography in the forest, okay? And wherever they go, nobody dares to come in front of them. Right? A mighty elephant, okay? As in nobody can come in front of them. Okay? Even the king of the jungle gives him the way, right? When the lion walks. Yeah. So there was this herd of lions going through a jungle. Okay. And what they did not knew was that the hunters, people who catch elephants, they've laid a trap. So what they do is they make a small hole, okay, a hole the size of the baby elephant, because they can't keep the elephant with them, or they can't control a big elephant, right? So they make a hole to the size of a baby elephant, they dig a hole, and then they put branches and things like that to hide the hole. Okay. Now this herd of elephants is passing, okay, mighty elephant, and unknown to them, they cross over this hole, and the baby elephant drops in the hole. Now the people who catch elephants, they have a strategy. They're trying to catch a elephant's baby. Okay, the elephant's baby is still strong. So what they do is they keep the baby starving for some days, few days, because it's elephant's baby, so it's still giving a fight, and getting down is maybe dangerous for your health. So they keep the baby starving for few days. Yeah? And when the baby elephant has no energy, they pull the elephant out. And then they take the elephant to the village and only give the baby elephant a little bit food so that he can stay alive. And this baby elephant, okay, they tie him with strong chains, okay, so that he doesn't run away, and only give him a little bit of food, little bit of strength, okay, so that he can be alive but cannot break the chain. And slowly this baby elephant keeps growing up. And you'll be surprised that most of the adult elephants are not tied with a chain. They have a simple rope in their feet. But the problem is, because that baby has grown up with that chain in his feet, and he tried many times and he could not break that chain. Now he is not able to make a differentiation between the chain and the rope. This time, even if there's a chain, the elephant is adult and he's got so much strength that he can break any chain. But his conditioning is such that in his head, a chain from his foot has come to his head, and in his head, he cannot break that chain. And a lot of our prospects also have this chain. Their conditioning is, study hard, get good grade, get a good job, and you will get settled. They can't even think to do something else. Like I was told, okay, don't run behind money, okay? Money is the root cause of all evil. The only way to settle down in life is by having a job. All these conditioning keeps people where they are. And a lot of you who have started also, you have also not changed your conditioning. You are in the process of changing your conditioning. Because if you can't change your belief system, you can't change your net result. You will only perform to the level of your belief system, not over and beyond that. Okay? And it's a very nice way, very easy way to explain people that whatever they are saying is because of the belief system that they have. But today, there's a choice. They can break the chain and they can go. chain is not on the foot, chain is here. And that, that conditioning needs to change. The conditioning that job is the only way. Yeah, makes sense? Okay. Since I shared with you the 11th story, let me also share with you a lion story. So there was this guy, Shambhu Shikari, a guy, he was passing through the jungle. Yeah. And then suddenly a lion sees this man and starts running behind. Now, this man sees the lion and he starts running for his life. Lion is behind, roaring. Okay. Now imagine a lion. A lion can kill this man. Okay. And this poor man is running for his life. And suddenly he comes across a huge and mighty river. Now, as luck would have it, this poor man doesn't know how to swim. And he's standing there, looks behind, the lion is charging up ahead, mighty river flowing. What should he do? This is the state of almost all the people. They know that if they keep doing what they are doing in their job, one day it will catch up to them, and that day could be at the end of their job, and job will keep them just over broke, and they will die broke. And in front there's a river of prosperity, a beautiful company called QI Limited, which is flowing. They may not know how to swim, they may not know how to do the business, but if they jump in, there's a very high chance that this river of prosperity will take them away from the lion, and over a period of time, somewhere in ahead, they will get the river bank and they can save their life. A lot of people don't jump. They know that the lion is coming, and they know very well that one day the lion is going to eat them. One day all the expenses, all their budgets are going to go for a toss. But they are not ready to jump. A lot of your people are just there and they are not ready to jump. And the reality of life is that one day the lion is going to get them. So what is better? To stand there waiting for the lion to come and eat them, or to jump ahead in the river? You may not know how to swim. If you jump, there's a very high chance that you may learn how to swim. Any which ways, on the river bank, the lion is coming. It's your choice. Do you want to take that 1% chance, 1%, where you may not only learn how to swim, but you will also get saved by the lion? Or the other choice is you could stand there on the river bank because there's no further place to go. You can't cross the river any other way, just jumping. Lion is bigger than you, stronger than you. Your EMIs are going to keep coming. Your jobs are going to keep going. If you don't jump, there's a very high chance that the lion is going to get you. Good story? Makes sense? Can you see faces of all the people whom you can share the story and ask them, are you the guy who's going to keep standing and the lion is going to get you? Or you are the one who's going to jump? Because if you jump, I'm already in the river. I can hold your hand. Okay, and this river of prosperity called QI Limited can help you save yourself from the lion and also cross the river. Make sense, guys? Good story? Yeah. Okay, since we started on the topic of river, can I share another river story to you? again, by the raise of your hands, guys, are you getting the stories? Are they interesting? Am I able to, explain you? Is it making sense? Just raise your hand on your computer so I can see raised hands. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I see the spike. Okay. So let me tell you another story. Okay, about the river. Yeah. Okay. Now, there was this one small village. Okay. There was this, sage, a very devout guy, who used to pray to the god. So little far away from the village, there was a small river. In between that, there was a small island, and he made his home there. Okay. And people got to know that there is a, sage, there's a religious man, priest who's come there and sat on this, and he looks very devoid, he looks very saintly. So slowly the villagers start coming to greet him. Yeah? They start coming to pay their respect to this sage. Okay. And they come there and take his blessings. Yeah, guys, I see your hands. Okay, thank you for that. So they take the blessings. So in that village, there is this one guy who's a milkman. Okay, he believes in this sage, and every day in the morning, he used to come with a little bit of milk for this sage and take his blessings. And every day he used to do this. Before he goes out anywhere, he ensures that he goes to the sage, delivers milk, takes the blessing. Okay. And this man in the village, he had a young daughter. So the daughter asked, "Dad, where do you go every day in the morning?" He says, "Beta, my daughter, I go to see the sage every day in the morning, because I believe that whatever we have in our life is because of his blessing. We are growing. Everything is becoming better because of his blessing." So the daughter says, "Can I also come with you?" So from a very young age, this daughter and this man goes in the morning to the sage to deliver the milk, take his blessings and come back. And then they start their day. For a period of time, so happened that the man died. Okay. But this young girl, she kept on going to in the morning because her father said, she believed in her father that if you keep praying to this sage, this holy man, everything will go right. Okay. And her father had said, never ever miss. So she continued the tradition. Every day morning she used to go, deliver milk and come back. And then a year happened where it started to rain. Okay? And started to rain heavily. And slowly the river bank started coming up. So the villagers got scared. And they went to the sage, this holy man, and said, "Babaji, sir, please come from here because the water will keep rising. Okay, you will drown." He said, "Don't worry. God is there. He'll take care of me. Okay, and nothing will happen to me. Don't worry." Water kept on rising. The rain kept on hammering down. Okay, thunderstorm, rain for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. The water kept on rising. And slowly on his island, the water kept coming up. Now there was hardly any space for the holy man to even sit. He was standing, in the rain. And then he thought, maybe I should have gone, right? But now what to do? Everybody has left. The water banks is up, correct or not? And then suddenly he sees a girl walking with the milk. And he was surprised. He said, what magic is this? The girl comes and says, Babaji, this is, sir, this is milk for you. And he was like, how did you come? Do you have a boat somewhere? How did you come here? She said, no, my father said that till the time you have the blessing of this saint, this holy man, nothing. So I walked up. Now the man is like crazy. He said, how did you walk? How did you walk? You must have a boat somewhere. How did you walk on water and came here? She said, no. I believe on what my father told me, that we have your blessings, okay? And because of that, nothing will go wrong, okay? So this saint, he thinks maybe this girl is, trying to fool him, okay? Let me see how this. So the man says, okay, show me how did you come, okay? So the girl says, yeah, okay, thank you for your blessings. I am going, please bless me. And she walks and she goes away on the water. The holy man says, what is happening? I think I should also go. And he starts testing the water and slowly he keeps his foot ahead and then the next foot and he drowns. The difference between that girl and that holy man was that the girl had 100% faith. 100% faith in what her father told him. This holy man, the sage, okay, he was standing there on that one piece of land where he could stand. But his faith got shaken. And in spite of seeing somebody who could go and cross the water, then he tried to walk. He did not walk with faith. He was testing it. And a lot of people who start the journey and they test it. If you start with 1% doubt, it is equivalent to 100% doubt. There's nothing wrong. You will go down. It's your faith which is not 100%. So keep your faith 100%. And then what seemed like magic to others, you will be able to do that and you will cross that road. Make sense? Good story? Yeah? Okay. So we go to the next story, guys. Let me have some water. You guys can also have some water. The translator can also have some water. So, since we started on the topic of holy men, let me tell you another holy man story. Okay. So there was this holy man. Okay. Yeah. Translators, are we good? Just give me a thumbs up. Okay. Yeah. So there was this holy man. Okay. Again, at the far out of a village. Yeah. And he was well respected. Okay. Well respected. Everybody, for any small, big thing, for any good, bad thing, they used to come, take his advice, seek his advice. Okay, yeah. And he was the, in Hindi they call Panditji, the priest in the temple. In his temple, he used to pray, do everything for God. Okay, clean the temple, do all the religious offering. He basically was living for his God. Okay, his only focus was in his God. Okay, and people used to come, take his blessings, and then suddenly one day it started raining. Okay, and the rain came, and it started flooding. Okay, so all the villagers, they suggested him, let's go from here. The water level is rising. He said, don't worry, my God will take care of me. Okay. So the villagers left. Yeah? And the water level started rising again. Now, when everybody had left, this priest felt afraid. Okay. He said, maybe they were right, the water is coming up. So he said, no worries, I still have my God. Okay. So he looks up to his God and says, God, please save me. Yeah? And then suddenly, after some time, he sees the villagers coming with a raft. Okay, says, priest, we've got this raft to save you, please come. He says, no, I'm waiting for my God to come. He will help me. What could the villagers do? They go back. Yeah. Then he prays again, God, save me. This time, the navy who was rescuing others, okay, came with their rescue vessel. Says, hey man, come, let's go. You will drown here. This guy said, no, I believe in my God. I will wait for God to come and help me. What could the navy guys do? They leave. Okay. And the water is rising. So the priest again looks up at the sky and say, God, please help me. The water is rising. And suddenly in some time, a chopper comes. The chopper comes. They put a ladder down and they shout, holler from up. And they say, hey man, catch hold of the ladder, catch hold of the rope. We'll pull you out from here. The man said, no, I'm waiting for God to help me. And the chopper goes. And slowly the water comes up and this priest drowns. He dies. When he dies, he reaches the pearly gates and meets his maker. Okay? He reaches the heaven, meets his maker. God is standing there to welcome this guy because he's prayed so much, he's done everything. But the priest is so angry and he said, you know what? I did everything for you. For one moment also, I never thought about myself. I never looked at anything else, and only whether I was awake or was sleeping, my only agenda, I dedicated my entire life to you, God. And when I was dying, you did not even help me. So the God said, hold on, wait a minute. What do you think? Who sent the villagers with the raft? It was me. Who sent the villagers in a raft to help you? But you said no. Next time, who do you think told the navy that you are stuck here? So the navy came, but you said no. And then I sent the chopper to help you. And then you said no to that also. The moral of the story is, opportunities don't knock on your door. Yeah? They come in different form. Question is, can you grab it? I heard this somewhere that opportunities don't come knocking on your door. They're there. All it takes is grab it. Don't question the opportunity. Don't question where it is coming from. If you can see it, just grab it. Don't be like that priest Panditji asking God to help. God is only sending this. You may not know. And a lot of people in the business also question, right? Understand God had a master plan so that you are in the business. Now don't question it. Work on it. Make sense, guys? Now, since we are talking about so much of rain, okay, let me share another story of rain with you. Yeah? You okay with that? Are you able to jot down, write notes? Yeah? Okay. So, now in this village, after a lot of rain, it has rained twice, okay, there was drought, okay? A long drought. So the king of that village got to know, okay, that there is a man, a holy man, he's called the rainmaker. He's called the rainmaker. And if he comes and prays, rain comes. So the king requests this man to please come and bless his village so that rain can come down. This man agrees. He comes and he starts doing his ritual. He starts, checking everything. He goes and does his ritual and everything. And he tells, tomorrow morning I'll start my prayers, and within next few hours the rain will come. Okay. So all the villagers next day morning, early morning, they come. Okay. They come there, gathered to see if the rain comes or not. And the holy man starts praying. But there is this one boy there who came with an umbrella, knowing very well that when this guy prays and does his ritual, it's gonna rain. So keep up your faith, keep up your belief, and because of this one boy, because of his faith, when this guy finished his prayers, the Lord started raining. This guy, his belief, even if it's a belief of a small guy, if it's a small boy, okay, hold on to his belief. Because of his belief, he came with an umbrella. Are you always coming with your umbrella? Because if you are working, if you're having the faith, it will rain. This is a story, you can use it many, many ways. Okay? Are you carrying your umbrella? This is about your faith and belief. Okay. Now, can we move on to the next story? Okay. As I said, all these stories can be used in a lot of different ways. As prospecting, as closing. Okay. You can use the same story in different ways. Okay. That I am carrying that umbrella because I believe, and even I believe that this project will help me, get the rain, help me get better in my life or reach my dreams. And look at this umbrella, because of this it is going to rain. Look at my belief. You can use it in prospecting, closing, everywhere. Yeah. Now let me continue with the rain theme and the drought theme. Okay. So another drought story with you. Okay. There's a god in Indian mythology. There's a god for everything. Okay. So the rain god is called as Lord Indra. Okay. He is the mighty god who ensures rain happens. Okay. Okay. So once, because of something, okay, Lord Indra gets angry with the humankind, okay, mankind, and he announces. Okay, in old times, God used to announce straight from heavens, and people used to be able to hear them. Okay, noise from the sky. In Hindi, it's called Akashvani. Okay, so God used to send messages through the sky, and Lord Indra sent a message to all humankind, because you guys have not been good. Okay, you guys have not been doing your things right. So for next 12 years, there's gonna be no rain. There'll be the biggest drought of your life. No rain for next 12 years. Okay. But all the farmers who are there, okay, they knew for them to have a livelihood, they need rain. So they went ahead and they went to a sage, a holy man, and they said, Lord Indra has announced that there's not going to be rain. What can we do? Okay. So the sage suggests, why don't we all pray to Lord Indra, and maybe if he is happy with our prayers, maybe he'll help the rains. Okay. So they all start praying, and after praying for a very long time, Lord Indra came in. He says, what is it? He says, so all the humankind said, please forgive us. Okay, we've realized we have not been up to our mark. We've done wrong things, but you are God. Please forgive us and let the rains come. So Lord Indra says, no, it's God's word. Even I cannot take it back. So I cannot make the rain come. I cannot take my word back. It's a God's word. There's only one God who can, overpower my word. And that's Lord Shiva. Now, if Lord Shiva says, then the rain will happen. Okay. So, all these guys thought, let's go and pray to Lord Shiva. And in between, Indra goes and informs Lord Shiva, okay, that these guys are going to come to you. They're going to pray to you. Please don't say. They need to be punished. Please don't say that I am requesting you. So Lord Shiva says, okay, no problem. Your word is my word. I am not going to, overpower your word. Okay. Now these humans, they start praying to Lord Shiva and they do all the ritual and all to please Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva comes in and says, ask what you want. He is the most powerful God. So they say, Indra has stopped all the rains. We beg you. We are sorry. We went to him also, but he denied. And he said, only you can help us get the rains. Lord Shiva says, sorry, I cannot overturn any other God's word. Okay. This drought will go on for 12 years. Now, all of these guys, rejected and dejected, they came back and the farmers realized, next 12 years, there's going to be no rain. So, there's no sense doing any farming. And they started looking for other occupation. Some people started going to the city to find other occupation to live and all that, yeah, to earn a livelihood. But one farmer out of that, okay, every day morning he used to wake up and do whatever is required to do farming. Every day he used to wake up, till the land, find his seeds, the right seeds, keep it in the right way, okay, and ensuring that, whatever needs to be done in farming, he also does every single day. So the other farmers looked at him and said, they got curious. They said, we are suffering, we have nothing to eat, and you like a madman, you continuously doing what you're doing. And the whole humanity is suffering. Have you gone mad? Why are you doing this? And while this discussion is happening, Lord Shiva's wife, Parvati, okay, is looking at everyone, looking at the pain of all human beings, okay. And then she sees this man, this farmer, okay. And she sees this farmer that if he's telling other people that he's sowing the seeds and he's doing all the work, correct? So this farmer tells others, he says, you know what, I know the rain is going to come after 12 years. But if I stop doing what I am doing currently, okay, if I stop doing what I am doing currently, then when the rain comes, I'll forget how to farm. So I want to keep my practice so that when the rain comes, I know the rain is going to come after 12 years. God has said that rain is going to come after 12 years. Okay. But I don't want to forget. I don't want to, let my skill set go away. So I am going to continue doing this for 12 years. Looking at this, Parvati talks to Shiva and says, my Lord, why don't you let the rain happen? He says, no, I gave my word to Indra, I cannot. So Parvati says, but even for you are the greatest of Lord, okay? And Lord Shiva has this little drum which he beats. So Parvati says, even if you strike your drum, it will start raining. You are the gods of God. He says, no, I am not going to play my drum or anything. Which means, Parvati said, for next 12 years, you're not going to play. What if you forget how to play your drum? So don't you think so? You should practice. So Shiva says, yes. What if I forget to play my drum? And he picks up his drum, his damu, and he starts playing. And because of that, it starts raining. The moral of the story is, You may not see success now. You may not see the results now. But are you sharpening your axe? Are you working hard on your skill set? Because it's gonna rain. Okay? In this business, there's no failure. There's only quitting. Okay? If you keep at it, if you keep sharpening your skills, the rain is gonna come. But if you give up, that I will only start learning what I have to learn, I only start reading when I have to, when I will get my team, then there's a very high chance that when they come, when you get your result, you may not be equipped to handle. And think about it. If you don't have the skill set to handle, you think God will also give you anything? If there is somebody outside who's looking for success, who's looking for an opportunity, you think if you are not sharpening your skills, God is going to send that person to you? No. So work on your skill set and keep working on them, because rain is gonna come. You are gonna get financially free because you started on this project. Good story, guys. Yeah. Oh. So another story. Okay. So in this village, there was a woodcutter. Okay. And he had magic in his hands. Yeah? And he used to go to the jungle and cut trees faster than others, better than others. Okay. And he surely had magic in his hands. And he used to be best woodcutter in that village, in that area. Okay. And slowly his name got so famous that there was a logging company, the wood cutting company. Okay. They heard about this guy and they hired this guy. Okay. Because he was so great at cutting wood. So they hired him. And then he came in this company and he started growing. Yeah. He started growing because he was great at cutting wood. Looking at his growth, the management of the company said, this guy is so great at cutting woods. Why don't we make him a manager, supervisor, so that he can teach others also how to cut, right? How to become better woodcutters. So they make him a manager, yeah, a supervisor. But when he becomes a manager, supervisor, slowly, because he's trying to teach everyone, not only his productivity comes down, but his people's productivity is also coming down. So he gets very frustrated. He's like, I don't have that magic, I don't have that mojo, I am becoming, worse. And he's about to quit on himself. So he goes to his boss, okay, and he says, you know what, I don't think so, this is for me, okay. I want to give up. I want to quit. So the boss asked, what happened? He said, there was a time when I used to be the fastest in wood cutting. I used to cut faster than others, more than others. But since the time I've become this supervisor, I have nothing left in me. My performance is going down. My people's performance is going down. So I want to quit. So the boss said, okay, do one thing. Take a day off today, come back tomorrow and we'll talk. Okay? When your emotions are a little settled, we'll talk tomorrow. So this guy goes, next day morning, he comes again to his office and he's ready to quit. Okay? So his boss asked, now you tell me what's the problem. He said, I told you the problem yesterday. My performance is going down, this is something which I can't do. The boss asks, tell me something. The performance is going down and you're looking at everything else. But when was the last time you actually sharpened your axe? When was the last time you worked on your skill set? You've been teaching others how to do it. But what happened to your own skill set? Because you stopped cutting. You stop doing what is supposed to be done and you stop sharpening your axe. And that is why your performance has come down. So all the people who are leading teams, check, when did you sharpen your axe? This grooming school is a great way to learn reskill. Like VP Donna said, upskilling is important, but it is also important to reskill. When was the last time you read your books? Okay. Have you been reading your books? Like I asked somebody, what is Metcalfe's law? And believe me, every group where I asked, people did not know about it. But this Metcalfe's law is in the book. That's a quiz that you can find out, okay? So when have you last sharpened your skill set? That's the moral of the story, okay? Good stories, guys. Are you getting bored? Making sense? You liking it? I hope it's making sense to you, yeah? So, let me share another story with you, yeah? So there was this village, and it was in a very remote corner. And while the elders in the families used to go out to till the land to do farming, one day suddenly a lot of dacoits come, okay, and they raid this village, and while they're raiding this village, they kidnap a boy and they take him, because they know if they kidnap this boy, they will get a lot of things, okay? They can ask for ransom. Now this news goes out to everybody that the robbers have come and dacoits have come and they've kidnapped the boy. So the whole village starts searching for the boy, and the boy's mother, okay, finds that this is the route where the robbers have gone, the dacoits have gone. So she says to the whole villagers, I need your help. Will you come with me to save my son? So the villagers said, okay, let's go. Okay. Now the route is very difficult. Okay. The road is very difficult. So they started walking. And then the treacherous terrain, there's mountain up and down. So the walk is slow. Okay. And then in the evening, it's night time. They can't even see where is what. Okay. So all the villagers camp at one place. Okay. And they strike a fire, make food for themselves. Because it's night time, what can we do, right? And everybody goes to sleep. Next day morning, they wake up, they're having their tea, coffee, sitting, chitting, chit-chat happening, discussing. And then suddenly they see this lady coming back with her son in her hand. And they're surprised. What happened? We were not even able to see you. Okay. Where did you go? We were not even able to see the way. How did you manage? And how did you manage to get your son from the robbers? Okay, they are deadly people. The mother replied, I am his mother and he is my son. That is why, whether it was dark or whether they were robbers, I made the journey. The moral of the story is, if it's your dream, you don't depend on others to help solve your problem. You don't depend on others to come and do your job. If it is your dream. If it's somebody else's dream, then you'll be like that villager. It's night time, it's difficult, let me sleep, let me have a chit chat. Okay, this time is not good. Like when this COVID started, a lot of people just sat behind. Why? Because COVID, what can we do? We can't meet people face to face. But people who had their dream clear, they kept pushing themselves. It doesn't matter how hard it is. What matters is, do you have a dream? And is it your dream? Do you own the dream? Because if you own the dream, you have a reason good enough, then you will go out and achieve your dream. It won't matter how difficult it is, how long it takes, how much what kind of terrain it is. You will make the effort. You will go through it. But the question is it your dream? Is it your dream that is your reason so strong? And if your reason is strong, then it doesn't matter how difficult it is. You will still get it. You may not know the way, right? You will still get it. Like they say, when dreams are big, facts don't count. And a great way to tell this to a prospect, great way to tell your team, great way to tell your new hire. Doesn't it, guys? Make sense? Yeah? Are you still there? Are you still listening? Or again, by your raise of your hand, are you still interested for me to go on? Because I still have a lot of them. Okay. So can you just raise your hand on the screen and Huh? Okay. Yeah, I see them. Your participant raising hand. So thank you for that. Okay. Okay. So let's go to the next story. Okay. So there was this in a jungle, in a mighty jungle. Okay. There was this tree. Okay. And yeah, guys, thank you. I see your hands. Okay. Yeah. So there was this. In this jungle, there was this tree, a mighty jungle, and there used to be a river flowing, a pond sort of thing, small water body. Okay, on this tree, on the top, there was a eagle nest. Eagle nest, and eagle had given birth to small babies, and there was a small eagle. Okay, and one day, the small eagle falls down from the nest and it comes and falls in the water. The eagle is saved, but she finds herself surrounded by ducks. Okay, and she starts growing up with the ducks. Right? And slowly this eagle starts growing along with the ducks. And she starts copying all the things that ducks do. So she walks like a duck, she quacks like a duck, quack, 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 right? And she's growing up. And few years pass by, this eagle is big, but she sees the ducks and follows the ducks around the way the ducks do. Yeah. And then there is a wise eagle who's flying high and he's seeing, and he sees this eagle following the ducks, and he doesn't understand. So he comes down and he talks to this young eagle and he says, "You are an eagle. Why are you behaving like duck?" So this young eagle says, "What's an eagle? I am like duck. I'm a duck." Okay. So the wise eagle understands that this boy, this young eagle doesn't even know who he or she is. Okay. So then the wise eagle shows the young eagle, says, if you raise your wings. So he shows how to raise the wings. Then he tells how to flap your wings. Okay. And then he tells how to, when you flap enough, you will get a lift. Okay. And you will fly in the air. And then the wise eagle trains and takes him up in the sky. And this eagle is now soaring, the sky. Okay. And then both of them come down. The wise eagle says to the young eagle, "See, this is what being an eagle is. So you can conquer the world, you can fly. So best of luck and be an eagle." And the eagle flies away and this young one goes doing quack, 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 quack. Moral of the story is, number one, when you are told you are ready, be ready to fly. Okay. Once you have realized your potential and other people see your potential, once your upline tells you your potential, then be ready to fly. Don't behave like a duck doing quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 as this. Yeah? Believe you are meant for greatness and you start flying. Good story, guys. Okay. Another story. Okay. So there is this guy, a nariyal wala. You know what is a nariyal wala? Guy who sells coconut. Okay. So this guy, he collects coconut and he goes out and he sells. So one day he gets to know that there is another town nearby and he's never been to this town. Okay. But people tell him in this town there are a lot of more people who come in, and if he goes and sells his coconut there, he'll get a good price. Okay. So he takes a general direction and he takes his cart and with the coconut on it, and he starts walking there. Okay. But in midway he loses his way, and he sees a man coming from there and on his way, and he asks, do you know this town? He says, yeah, I know. So he says, can you please guide me how to go to this town? So this man says, there are two ways to go. One is, if you go left side, there's a 5-kilometer distance to the next town. It will take you 30 minutes to reach there. But if you take this right way, it is 10 kilometers, but it will take you 10 minutes too. Now you can choose either of them. So this coconut seller looks at this guy and says, is he mad? This 5-kilometer, why will, it's less distance. He is mad. He doesn't know what to do. Okay. He's asking me to go that 10-kilometer way and saying that I will reach faster. How will I reach faster? It's 10 kilometers. This is 5 kilometers. Okay. So he doesn't listen to that guy. And he starts on this other way on the left hand side, which is 5 kilometers. With his cart, he's going. And suddenly the terrain changes. The whole road changes. The road is bouncy. Okay. The road has got big mortars in it. There are a lot of holes in it, and he's going, and suddenly his cart topples, all his coconut falls down. Then he picks them up again and he keeps him, and then he again goes. And the road is so difficult, it takes him more than 30-40 minutes to reach there. The moral of the story is, if there is somebody who has already made the journey, then shut up, listen and do. Don't use your brain. He's already walked that path. He knows the journey, and he's telling you, though it may look like far, but you will reach there faster. Okay. So follow, listen, shut up and do. Good story, guys. Yeah. Okay. So a few more stories left. Are you still interested? Okay. Should I go ahead? Should I continue? Yeah. Okay. So one more story for you guys. Okay. So once upon a time, there was huge drought. Okay. No rains. And there was panic everywhere. There was shortage of water. People didn't have water. Okay. And then this village, they got to know about this man, okay, who can bring rain. And this man, wherever he goes, he brings rain. Slowly his name was getting very famous. So these villagers called this man and went to him and said, please help us. Can you come? Our village has no water. Can you help us bring the rain? So he said, okay, fine, I'll come. Okay. Now this time the media also got to know that this man is going to go, because they've never caught him in action. Okay. So they said, okay, this time we'll catch him in action. Okay. So they go there to check on him. Okay. So this villager says, okay, tomorrow I will make the rain come. Okay. And he goes there. He sets up his shop. And the next day, he does his prayers. And he starts dancing. And he says, my dance pleases the God. Okay. My dance pleases, and I will, if I dance, rain will come. And as predicted, rain started coming. So the media guys went up to this guy and said, what is so special about your dance? That you dance and the rain comes. And we saw this happening in front of our eyes. So how is it that your dance happens and the rain comes? He said, it's not the magic in my dance. So when I start my day, when I do my prayers, I know that God is watching me. And when I dance till the time rain comes. This is called rain dance. On Friday, how you start your day? Do you start with 100% faith that today you're going to dance and it will rain? And believe me, if you have 100% faith and if you acted and you do the work with that thought process and you start dancing, even 9:30 will not happen till the time you hit your numbers. But the question is, do you dance till the time it happens, or you dance and you say, this is enough? I've seen a lot of people giving up on their week way early. On Wednesday, Thursday, they say, nothing more can be done. But if you have faith in yourself and in God that you are here on the right platform and He made sure that you are here, then you are destined for success. It's just that you keep doing what is required to be done, so that when you start dancing till the time it rains. You don't look at how much I have danced. Okay? And you keep dancing and rain will come. Make sense, guys? Yeah? Okay. Let me share another couple. So I've got a couple of stories. Can I continue? Guys, can I continue? Yeah? Okay. Okay, I see your hands. Okay, thank you. Okay. So I have three more stories for you. Okay? Or four more stories for you. Okay, so there was this priest. Okay? A very, very good priest. Okay, never did anything wrong in his life. Okay, and he used to pray every single day. Okay, and wherever whichever temple or church he used to pray every single day for everybody. Okay, he used to hold sermons, he used to hold masses. Okay, and everything that he did was with one belief, that God is there with me. Okay. Just out of his place of worship, okay, there was a taxi stand where the taxi used to stand there. And there used to be this one driver, a very rash driver, okay, who always used to abuse and, shout obscenities, and he always used to, create a ruckus. And the priest had tried a couple of times to tell this guy that this is not the way to live, you need to live in a better way and things like that, and God is watching you. This guy never cared. Okay, and he said, you do your own work. Okay, I will do whatever I feel like. Okay, one day this priest had to go to the airport. It was raining. Okay, so he came out to go to the airport. But unfortunately, it was raining and there was only one taxi. And that taxi was this rash driver. Okay. It was very urgent for the priest to go to the airport. He had an important flight to catch. So the priest looked at God and he said, okay, let me take this. okay, this taxi, right? And he gets into the taxi. And on this day, this driver is not only abusing everybody, he's also drunk. Okay. So, anyways, the priest looks at him. He says, "There's no sense telling him anything. So, can you take me to the airport?" He says, "Yeah, old man, I'll take you to the airport." And he starts driving. It's raining. It's slippery, and he's driving rash. Suddenly, the priest gets scared. He says, my son, wait. I want to reach the airport, but there's no hurry. There's not so much hurry. I don't want to die." He said, "You shut up, old man. I know how to drive. I will take you to the airport." And in all this, they have an accident and then they die. And they reach the pearly gates. Yeah. And the priest comes in there. The man at the pearly gates look at priest's record. He said, "You've been a good man. Okay. So I'm going to send you to heaven." Yeah. Go to heaven. So the priest goes to heaven and he sees everything is wondrous out there. Okay. It's nice music, pleasant climate. Everything is nice out there. Okay. So the priest is taking a walk, and suddenly you see there's a huge castle. Okay. He's like, "Wow, I never asked where I have to sleep." So he asks God, "Where do I have to sleep?" He says, "Oh, God, no." The man at the gates tells him, "That's your hammock. Nice breeze. You can sleep in the hammock." He says, "There's a castle, big castle." Okay. Anyways, must be somebody who's done more good than me. So he goes near the castle. Okay. Goes inside. He sees there's a man who's lying down, and there are 10 servants who are feeding him. Okay. Who's taking care of everything of his. Okay. He's got the best of the best mattresses. He's got best of the best food. And the priest has been told, whatever you want, you pluck from the tree and eat. So this guy is like, who's this man? And then he goes closer and he sees there's this taxi driver. Now the priest loses it. He goes out shouting and he calls God. "God, come here. Tell me why this is injustice. I paid all my life to you. I, put every minute of my life in your service. And what do I get? Yes, I'm in heaven. Thank you for that. But what do I get? To sleep in a hammock, to pluck my own fruits and eat. And this man who have been abusing all his life, okay, he's got a castle to live. He's got an army of servants to serve. Okay, he doesn't even have to lift his finger. People are feeding him. Why? I don't understand." So God says, "You know what? When you used to give sermons, people used to sleep. When he used to drive his car, people used to remember me. So it matters what do you do. It matters what is the net result of what you are doing. Just saying I am working doesn't matter. What results are you creating? That defines how hard you're working." Okay. Good story, guys. Can I have few more? Can I go ahead? Yeah. Okay. So there were 3 piglet. Okay. 3 piglet. And you know what pigs do? They roll in mud. They roll in dirt. Okay. So there were 3 piglets. They were rolling in mud and muck and rolling here and there. Okay. Seeing them rolling, an angel comes to the first piglet and looks at the piglet and says, Piggy, why are you rolling in mud? I'm an angel. Okay. I've come from heaven, and if you want, I can take you to the heaven. So the piglet looks at the angel. He says, is it better than here then? So the angel says, yes, it's way better. You hold my hand, I'll take you. Okay. So, angel holds the hand of piglet and takes him to the heaven. And then the angel comes back and talks to the second piglet. He says, Piggy, I'm an angel. I've come from heaven. Okay. And one of your friend is already in heaven. So this piglet says, Oh wow, he's already gone to heaven. Is he having fun out there? Is he happy there? So the angel said, yes, he is very happy. So he said, okay, I'll also come. Second one also goes. The angel comes to the third one and says, Piggy, I'm an angel. I've come from heaven. And two of your friends are already in heaven. Would you like to come with me to the heaven? The piglet turns around and looks at the angel. He says, how do I know you are for real? And how do I know there is heaven up there? How do I not know this is a scam? How can I trust you? How do I know this works? Okay. How do I know that if I go to heaven, my life will be really better? So angel says, I am an angel, I'm telling you. If you come with me, you can join your friends. Your life will be way better. Piglet says, no, I have heard enough of these. Everybody goes, then nobody gets anything. Okay? All this heaven and all this is scam, it doesn't work. What does the angel do? Angel leaves the piglet, rolling in muck and mud. The point is, you are the angel. Some will come, some won't. You have to look at the ones who want to go to the heaven, who want to achieve their dreams. So believe you are the angel and you have to hold your hand. Some people will take your hand. Those who don't, they will continue to roll around in mud. Okay? And the last one. So, this is the last story, guys. Just hold on. So there was this tree, and in this tree, there was a sparrow. Okay? And sparrow had given birth to few small little chicks. Okay? Every day in the morning, the sparrow used to fly out, get food, and feed the children. This was her routine every single day. And next to this tree, there was a huge ocean. Okay? So one day, while the sparrow is out, now you know sparrow is a small bird, right? The sparrow goes out to get food for her chicks, kids. That day, the ocean, to play a prank, comes and takes all the sparrow's kids and hides them with. In the evening, the sparrow comes back and she can't find her kids. Okay, she can't see her kids. So she gets worried. Where are my kids? Where are my kids? She starts asking all her neighbors, where are my kids? So the neighbor said that the ocean came and take your kids. So the sparrow goes to the ocean, okay, and says, you have taken my kids, return me my kids. Ocean laughs, I will not return. He said, I will not return your kids, do whatever you want to. So the sparrow says, I am giving you one final warning. If you don't return my kids, I will drain you. मैं तुमको सुखा दूंगी. I'll make you go dry. So the ocean laughs at the sparrow, okay, and says, what a little small sparrow can do to me. Go do whatever you have to do. So the small sparrow comes, takes a little bit of the water in a beak, flies off, throws the water, comes back, takes the water. Looking at this, the ocean laughs. He says, you think by doing this you can drain me? Go away. The sparrow doesn't give up. Continues, taking a little bit of water, goes out, drops the water. Okay. Now looking at the small bird, all the neighbors and other birds who are there, okay, they say she's gone into shock because her kids are gone. Okay. And just to give her moral support, they also come. Okay. They also pick up a little bit of water and throws. Okay. But the ocean looks at them. He said, don't anger me. Don't do anything. Go away from here. So all the birds fly away. But this one small sparrow keeps on because they are afraid of the ocean. And slowly the news of this sparrow trying to drain the ocean goes out, goes out. Okay, people get to know, the other birds get to know. The migratory birds who are flying there, flying out from above this tree, they see this small sparrow doing this every day, so they also join in to help. Okay, but they have to move out, they have to go. So there are migratory birds also who comes in and they help, but this small bird continues to, and this continues, and it is becoming irritating for the ocean. And one fine day, he says, the ocean comes out and says, if you do this ever again, okay, I will not only, take your kids away, but I will kill you also. But because of this news, this is going on for so long, the news, the migratory birds take the news to the king, to the king of the birds, the mighty eagle, whom you call Garuda, okay? It reaches him. And they tell him that there is this bird, for so many years he's been trying to take water from here to there because the ocean has taken the kids, okay? You got to please help her. Next morning, the bird comes in a small beak, picks up the small water, goes and throws. And the ocean gets angry. He loses his cool. And he shows his most violent face. He says, I am going to kill you. The ocean is here, there's a small bird. And the bird says, I don't care. And he goes there to again pick up water. And ocean tries to kill the bird. In that moment, a huge bird comes down. And looking at this bird, the ocean runs away, returns the kids back. That is the Garuda. Your upline may always not be there with you, but know that you are they are watching your back. Your upline is like that Garuda. When you require the most, they will be there. So have trust, have faith that there is somebody who's watching your back. Just have your reason strong and do what you have to do. If your reason is strong, the day you are ready, you will find your teacher. Okay? As they say, when the student is ready, the master appears. So have your reason strong and keep doing what you have to do. And believe me, the teacher will appear. I hope today's session, you got something and you learned something. Okay, it was a long session,